Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic is empaths. How do you do it? Well, one of the ways that you do what you do is because it's encoded in your genetics. Now, what do I mean by that? Many people on this planet, and it may be hard to believe, have traces of extraterrestrial DNA. Now, to a lot of people, that would mean that you're a starseed. But this far goes beyond just either Orion or Pleiades or Star Sirius system. I'm going to give you two examples, and there's some more, but I just want to give two without really overburdening you intellectually. There's also an Arcturian starseed. Those are one of the oldest. I, myself, am Arcturian. Now, Arcturian means that you help humanity not so much as manipulate their course, but you help enlighten them and you teach. And you do this from a revolutionary position. That would be Arcturian. The other one is Hadarian. Now, if you're Hadarian, you want to give the power of love and you see the divinity in all, even if they don't see it in themselves, let alone really deserve that divinity. That would make you Hadarian. Those are just two examples. And you can find out a abundance of information about various star seeds and do you possess these traits. But I only wanted to give two. But there's others, so I will leave that to you to do that. But empaths, how you do it is because it's built in you. And even times, even especially in a relationship, even when you know a person should have been sat out on the curb with the rest of the garbage, something in you holds on to them because you see something in them that them themselves do not see because they're spiritually lacking. So that's where you come into the fray. But your job is not to transmogrify their journey. It's just that if they lose their way, help them get on the path. Now, this is very dangerous, especially in the workplace, because the mouth breather, that's their arena. Now, if you're an empath and you're in there, sometimes empaths wonder why they have to sit in their vehicle for at least a half hour to get the strength to go up in this dungeon. Because in March, they did an economic jobs report from the Department of Labor. They said over 4.5 million people walked away from their jobs. Now, they gave some reasons for that. Lack of pay, not enough family time, because a lot of people want to use the model of China. You know, who cares about your family? It's all about the corporation. We're going to work you until you die. And then the last 5 to, or 3 years, you're going to train your own replacement. That's demoralizing. So what you can do is, if you ever want to work with somebody that will show you your hidden or secret enemies, but also help you on an unconscious level, you can work with the Archangel Gabriel, because his planet, or her planet, Gabriel's planet is the moon. And also Gabriel's card in the tarot is the moon. So you can work with Gabriel. Another thing that you could do before you go up in the workplace or you go to the schools, because a lot of schools are poisonous too, and I don't even have to get to that whole exercise. But what you can do the lesser vanishing ritual of the pentagram by the Golden Dawn, or my angelic diamond technique, which is in my catalog or playlist. Do that at least 3 to 4 times a day. And what this do is, what it does is it cleanses your aura, but it also acts as a safety valve. So when you go up in these schools or you go up in your job or whatever, it's very hard for parasitic entities not only to get, a grab on you, but also it deflects, and you need that. Because when you're at a job and you're an empath, that's lonely, because if you just listen to certain people. If you listen to certain people, and many people work, and the car is driving but nobody's behind the wheel, or they're oh, I'm just here, but I'm getting my SSI, or I'm getting this, that, and other. These are future episodes of Dateline. Trust me when I tell you, it is what it is. They're going to end up on an episode of Dateline or on the ID channel. Hear me now, believe me later. So there are safeguards that you can do, but if you ever wonder, and I'm not saying this to inflate your ego, you may be a star seed, so you can find out the keys for that, but also take some safeguards. Even when people call you, learn to draw boundaries. Learn to draw boundaries, because some people live to just vent, 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 and they're keeping you distracted. What are they keeping you distracted with? And I'm telling you now what they're going to come out with. The toxic masculinity narrative. Because what they're discussing right now, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, that is their affair. And that's their business. However they handle their business is their business. Or they're going to talk about, if you've heard about it, drill music, because Pete Rock, shout out to Pete Rock, one of the greatest producers ever in hip hop. He spoke about how poisonous it is. But then, what is this going to cause a problem with? Generational tribalism. He just hating. You got to remember something. You don't stay young forever, especially not now. What ages you quicker than anything else? Stress. So you can be 25 or 30 years old, but by the time you're 35 or 36, you feel like you're 45. That's by design. And also, what else is going on? The monkey paw vaccine, and who stands to make a lot of money from it? That's right, that clone himself, Joe Biden. So they're going to try and inject certain things from animals into who? You. The Isle of Dr. Moreau has been realized. So empaths, stand up, stand strong. This is your time, but decide what you do with your time and who you give your time to. So with that, that is your meat and potatoes sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.